can't get easy.
नहीं वो कुछ दिख रहा है क्या? I think component एक दिख रहा है. वो वहाँ पे दिख रहा है. हाँ component दिख रहा है.
That's like right.
Normally these right first though, or the real one, they'll use 800 or then use 2x.
शेर टाइगर भी है कहीं और कोई
Lion.
अफ्रीका
Here भी है.
I don't know if any
Lion
Last 15 years I have not been able to find the event happening. Maybe I don't know what you can get here. You know what? Last time I was in Ranthambore, some of them were staying on these cat view. Another time there. Because maybe you need to be there at that point. But since I was
their bodies and all as well. That's documented. We're technically inside Asola Bhatti now. And every wild animal you can think of around Delhi is here. It's somewhere here. You might not see it, but they're here. And just ignore the monkeys till they jump on you. Just ignore, completely ignore it. And don't take out anything.
This is a very unique opportunity for you to refresh and bring a new element to your DPs and don't take me lightly यार, it's a wonderful opportunity. और कुछ लोग मेरी फोटो भी खींच लो यार.
डैडी तो नीचे जा रहे हैं.
मछली है इधर? मछली नहीं दिख रही होती है इधर?
हाँ.
देखा तुमने?
हाँ.
नीचे जाके कहाँ से?
उधर नीचे से.
कहाँ से रास्ता है? रास्ता कहाँ?
यहाँ से रास्ता है.
सीधे नीचे पानी तक?
हाँ.
पकड़ी कभी मछली वहाँ?
नहीं पकड़ी नहीं है. हम ब्रेड फिश खाते हैं. ब्रेड.
नहीं.
Because this, I mean, the masonry name is Morang.
Morang.
Yeah. So, लेकिन
नहीं तो जगह का नाम बदरपुर है या?
Actually, this location is, this is located near Badarpur border and the Badarpur area, and therefore all these sand, which we use for building houses, this is very important component of plastering. This is called Badarpur because of the fact that it is found near Badarpur in Delhi. But if you come to UP, the same thing we'll find on the by the river side. near maybe Ganga or whatever, Gomti rivers, all those rivers. Now, obviously Ganga and all. So all those rivers, same thing, exactly, constituent will be same, but they will be called Moral. क्यों मोहब्बत हो गई तुझे?
नहीं वो से जो मेल था उसे लगा
नहीं ये इनको प्रॉब्लम नहीं होती, इनके पेरेंट्स बड़ा फिर अटैक करते हैं now आवाज दे रहे हैं ना कॉलिंग
कहीं बेटा खिले बट रहे थे वहाँ गए होंगे जाओ
नहीं हम लोग गले वाले नहीं हैं
आ गए ढूंढने उसको
सब लोग ऐसे
अनुभव ने पिक्चर डाला ना तो मैं तो अनुभव को बोला
यार दिव्या क्या आ रहा है या पैदल आ रहा है आज how many people are there इस पिक्चर में हाँ जिनको फोटोग्राफी करनी है तो ठीक है सुनना है भी नहीं ज़्यादा
हमारी गर्दन दुख जाएगी ऐसे Joy has to start.
I want to make the job of videographer easy slightly.
Yeah. You want to be the center of attention.
थोड़ा एक लेंस को ऐसे करके भी खड़े हो जाओ
वैसे वाला ऐसे
ऐसे
वो हमारी है
पीछे हो गया
उसको देखो जस्ट सीधे सही रहा कैसे खुला रहा है अपने सॉरी फॉर द डिलेज
फॉर्मल हो गया आपका
फॉर्मल होना होता है बिकॉज
बात
when
हो गई थी
formality is really because some people are having some time issues so what we'll do हिंदी में भी हम लोग आएंगे बीच में संस्कृत का थोड़ा इस्तेमाल करेंगे let me find my flow okay so this is so we are inside the Asola bird and basically wildlife sanctuary. I would not call it bird sanctuary because this part of sanctuary where we are, this is the most rugged and most wild in terms of it's very very natural and it's trying to shape up like a wildlife sanctuary. In this sanctuary there is something very interesting about this sanctuary. This was not a bird sanctuary some 50 or 100 years back or wildlife. This area was basically jungle and it was one of the hunting grounds of the Mughals and Sultans. They used to, this was a very natural habitat, but in the later part of British period people started coming to live nearby and this was the time when Britishers were approximately planning their departure and the rules were slightly slackening and it was the first time around 19th century, mid of the 19th century, people started to come and live in this area and this is where the problem started. This sanctuary started losing its character. This was a very 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 dense forest and renowned for leopards. This was basically a leopard sanctuary, and
late 19th
yeah 19th century it was a leopard sanctuary. Now leopards are extremely harmless because they are very shy. They feed on animals which are available in the sanctuary, but after India got free the real problem happened then, because then when we started rebuilding India around this area there is you can experience this sand. This sand is a wonderful sand which is used for making houses. This is across India. This is known as in a Hindi belt. It is called Morang. In this part of India, in Delhi NCR, this is called Bharatpur. Badarpur. Badarpur. Badarpur it is called because Badarpur, from Badarpur to this area, there's a triangular belt between Faridabad, Gurgaon and Delhi where this entire land has, this Morang kind of thing in plenty. So what happened? A lot of greedy contractors, instead of getting it from the Gangetic plains, don't get scared, don't run away. So it is their internal matter, they'll sort out. Yeah? So they will be making very frantic noises, but the rule is simple: don't interfere in their personal affairs. Don't play America. Don't. Okay. So when the construction activity gathered pace, people wanted huge amount of Badarpur instead of bringing it from the Ganga. Normally this kind of sand is found in the river beds, like in Ganga beds and all those beds. So instead of bringing it from far away, they started digging it. Now these people were contractors. Their idea was to get it fast and to get it free. Normally government leases this kind of place where Badarpur kind of sand is found, because government also knows this is going to be a construction activity. So the leases are given. People have to purchase the right to dig and sell. This is also one of the you can say revenue thing for government as well. But here in this wilderness, people found as usual have a shortcut and a free cut. You don't have to pay anybody and all. And then it became a racket. Mafias came in and they started rampant digging. There is in this area you also find a lot of stone which is called Delhi quartzite. This is also a very useful thing. So they used to use this as in Delhi in this area you don't have very good sand for making bricks. So in the beginning a lot of it. So if you see old Delhi walls and all, walls will have stone. It will be quartzite. They'll cut this quartzite, make slabs, and they will use it for construction activity. So the stone as well as for the sand, and this resulted into a fact that a lot of man-animal conflict started. People started killing leopards, because leopards were the only people who were protecting their right to be here, and all those were making an invasion in their territory. But nothing happened. Construction activity kept on happening, and the greedy mafias kept on looting this government and natural land, which is basically a common heritage.
This is around what year you're talking about?
Now I have crossed 19th century. I'm coming to around 2000. There were a lot of environmentalists who raised voice that this should be preserved and something should be done. Nothing happened. But something very interesting happened in 2007. From 2000, the Delhi government was doing one activity in which they were talking to all state governments across India that we have a lot of monkeys in Delhi. Please take my monkeys. And nobody takes anybody's monkey. What happened? You would have seen one gentleman. Monkey in Hindu mythology is also supposed to be the relative of Lord Hanumana, and therefore a lot of respect and veneration. A lot of people made a lot of Shiv mandirs at every nook and cranny. They also have their pet Shiv mandirs and all, and then they started making a lot of mandirs around. They have.
His question is why Shiv mandir, not Hanuman mandir?
I'll tell you what happened. Shiv is supposed to be one of the oldest gods and very very famous. Like as of now in current age, these days you will find Sai Baba ka trend hai. A lot of money comes in, a lot of money comes in when you have Sai temple. Similarly, at that time, if you make a Shiv mandir, nobody will violate, your right to make it even if it is on the crossroads. फिर क्या करते थे? These guys used to bring one monkey, pet monkey, and people bring on offer kelas. Monkey कितने केले खाएगा? बाकी price please खाता था. So this monkey business became so, and then these monkeys, when they work when they work hard, and then what happened? They live a normal life. They live in jungle. They die during breeding and all. In the in this new area where a lot of mandirs and a lot of monkeys started getting huge attention from the worshippers, monkey breeding became very very rampant. 12 15 बच्चे, और finally monkeys इतने हो गए दिल्ली में कि it became very difficult for Delhi people to save the wrath of monkeys. So these guys started creating old लोगों को दौड़ा लेना, बच्चों को काट लेना, and but nobody would pay any hate. Government of Delhi wanted other states, neighboring states, to take monkeys, put them in some mandir or wherever you want, everybody said all of us have enough monkeys. Nobody took the offer of government of Delhi. So government of Delhi made a big enclosure here, and they created 25 feet long plastic poles and all, and they started putting some monkeys whosoever they could capture, because in Delhi nobody was willing to cull or kill monkey, because these monkeys were supposed to be religiously very respectful species.
क्या monkey को रोकने के लिए wall बनाते हैं?
So government of Delhi created a small enclosure, it's very plastic enclosure, and they wanted to start capturing. They also announced a wonderful scheme. If you capture one monkey, government will give you 450 rupees.
तो उससे recycle हो रहे होंगे फिर तो?
नहीं तो रिसाइकिल नहीं होते थे, बहुत थे उधर ही, शिव मंदिर बहुत बन गए उधर, है ना?
कोई देख रहा है वो आपका देख रहा है
This was around 2000.
Seriously?
450 is.
Yeah, so, yeah.
Okay, sir, he is sitting with his hands folded. Oh.
अरे चला कॉन्शियस हो जाएगा अब, लेट्स नॉट लुक एट इट.
Sir, ऐसे करके.
So what happened, very interesting thing, people even after being given 450 rupees for catching one monkey were not capturing monkeys, because still they are saying the fate they will meet they didn't know, and they didn't want to get into wrong side of spirituality or their belief. So this problem kept on happening. One fine day in 2007 came the turning point in the life of this monkey business. One big horde of monkeys raided the house of Prime Minister. Our nicest Prime Minister, Mr. Manmohan Singh's 7 race course or whatever that race course house is, was raided. That 7 race course house was raided by the new owner Sena, and this was one of the turning points. They not only raided, they got all those high security guys and everybody. They tore away the files. They scratched the not only the area but also people. A lot of people were badly injured. Since this was the attack on our Prime Minister, I mean, Prime Minister office started pushing Delhi government to do something concrete this time now. Now imagine if it would have happened during Modi's time, perhaps more concrete action would have happened, But Manmohan Singh was not so assertive. Again, nothing happened. So government of central government tried a wonderful formula. High Court, the High Court was involved through a lawyer, and the lawyer pushed them to pass a directive that within this time frame, all the monkeys from Delhi should be deported from monkey. So they were their stay in Delhi became the last, some days were given. So government of Delhi involved lot of nuts and all those tribes which captured monkey, gave them again this 450-500 rupees per monkey, offer. And trucks were hired. In truckloads of monkey, around 18,000 monkeys were captured. And all of them, without any planning for them to be put in this sanctuary, without creating any habitat for them, without creating any facility for them to eat, they were all put inside. Because the first job was to save grace from harsh comment of High Court. Because when High Court says anything, these guys had to do that job. And then 18,000 monkeys around 2007 to 2008 were brought in this sanctuary. So this sanctuary, which was a natural normal sanctuary, it has around 150 varieties of birds. At that time, 150 varieties of birds, around 80 varieties of trees. But they were independent, they were very symbiotic relationship. All of a sudden, 18,000 monkeys were brought in. Now today, the population of monkeys in this sanctuary is around 25,000. One of the highest in Asia and perhaps the world in a small place,
Of rhesus macaques.
Yeah, the rhesus macaques. Very difficult है नाम, बहुत अच्छा ले लिया आपने, अच्छा किया, thank you. Now this rhesus macaque जो है, आप
क्या समझ नहीं आया ये word क्या है?
Rhesus macaque
it's a scientific name
for this kind of
this kind of monkey. Now
And what are these kinds of monkeys?
these are rhesus macaques.
इसको हम तो बंदर ही बोलते हैं, लेकिन इनको साइंटिफिक भाषा में rhesus macaque बोला जाता है.
From what I know, in between they've also tried to add langurs around the secretariat area, whatever. So that's also
You know what? All those things didn't work. It monkey business kept on for last 40 years in Delhi. So finally, 2 attacks happened. One on Parliament. I mean, this 7 days course, and another BJP MP came from Rajasthan, and a mayor, he even died. The poor chap died. So another interesting thing happened. Now these monkeys all came here. Now today this population is 25,000. One of the highest. But the challenge today we are facing in this sanctuary is a lot of habitat has suffered a lot because 25,000 monkeys. What government is doing now, you'll be surprised to know, 2,500 kg of food is every day provided to keep these monkeys alive. Now monkeys are eating that, and in between when the prices of food went up, like sabjiyan or phal महंगे हो गए थे, so government stopped for a week or so, and these guys started going everywhere. And even in those small time, there was a litigation against government that monkeys are dying because they are sacred. So again, governor at that time, lieutenant governor ordered an inquiry to find out what is going on. And today, what is happening is, normally when you have any kind of species in a particular place, you got fruits, you got a lot of stuff which they survive on. Today, these guys are either again you got a lot of people coming in this place to offer their offerings to monkeys. That is also bad. And apart from that, these monkeys, whatever they lay their hands on, they eat. So a lot of species of birds also are not making their nest etc. because they're unsafe. 25,000 monkeys eating anda. Now bird के अंडे वो बेचारी एक सीजन में एक बार देती है, ये बहुत के भाई साहब खा गए. Now they're eating birds, they're eating a lot of snakes and all, a lot of small things they're eating. So because of that ecological disbalance, a lot of species has started. Now a lot of birds, like the migratory birds, first of all, they don't come on a this kind of ravenous lakes. They come on a plain lake. They don't come, whatever were adventurous used to come here, they are not coming now because they can't relax anywhere. You got monkeys everywhere chasing them away. So because of that, there is a proposal basically to bring in more predators. In the past, we had a lot of leopards here, but because of construction activity in Sohna Road and all those areas, a lot of leopards were killed, and many of them migrated on their own because they didn't want to get into wrong side of human greed. But today, in the last 3-4 years, only 2 or 3 times leopards have been spotted. Leopards do come, but basically government is being asked to provide more predators, because when the predators will come, they'll start eating monkeys. When the monkey eating starts, then there will be balance coming in. Otherwise, today you got many more monkeys than this sanctuary on its own can sustain. Another problem is government is trying to put a lot of trees. Now those trees somehow अभी जो लगे हैं वो नीम type के tree हैं. Monkey does not eat neem kind of stuff. एक तो कड़वी होती है और this is not a natural food of monkey. The government has again been advised by the primatologist and all to bring in those fruits and those place things which monkeys eat, so that monkeys can be taken away from the artificial food of kela and government provided 25-100 kilo ka sabji or nuts or wo cheeze, and then they can start living. And what happens, if for some time there will be some food scarcity, some will die, that will also bring in balance somehow. Because of the sacredness involved with the monkeys, no babu is willing to take the curse of Lord Hanumana's tribe, and therefore you will find a lot of monkeys. So this was a bit about this thing. So basically, Asola wildlife is more of an Asola monkey sanctuary these days. What kind of other stuff are found? Very beautiful, one of the beautiful stuff, especially which we find today in this event today, is a thing called civet. Civet is a very cute, long-tailed cat, especially. It is found here, but you may not see it because they are basically nocturnal. It's a long, squirrel-like cat. This is still resident, one of the resident species of this wildlife. Civets are in huge number here, but they are nocturnal. Apart from civet, you got jungle cats. Jungle cats I had seen when I came last time to do recce here also. So jungle cats you might find if you are lucky, though it is slightly late. Apart from that you got nilgais, you got sambhars. So these kind of normal elements, normal species are available. The bird which you saw is a what you call kingfisher. Good number of kingfishers are found when we'll go down deep, where our final destination is. We'll find a lot of kingfishers are available. You can see beautiful kingfishers, but I think this is the only bird beautiful bird which I could see. You got a lot of babblers which are everywhere. Apart from that, this weaver bird, baya, उसके घोंसले भी आपको मिलेंगे. This is living. Apart from weaver bird and kingfisher, among the beautiful birds, I could not see many, but many species are found, and perhaps they have migrated to more towards the Mangar side of this. This sanctuary is very wide, very, very big, and there is one very interesting place in this sanctuary called Mangar side. In that Mangar there is a spiritual Baba called Gudli Baba. Now Gudli Baba has created a wonderful fear in the mind of encroachers, that if anybody touches or breaks even a tiny of a pear, even a branch of a tree, he will be cursed and he will suffer problems, in his life. So therefore, local tribes which are mostly, inhabit, the real, mischief-minded, these guys are very afraid. Therefore, if you go to that side of it, it's very protected area. They don't even welcome us when we go there. You have to talk to them. वो बहुत ही ग्रीन भी है और वहाँ पर जो ये ग्रीनरी है और तरह तरह के पेड़ लगे हैं बरगद के और तमाम अपार्ट फ्रॉम कीकर सी अनफॉर्चुनेटली इफ you'll walk in this side of sanctuary you'll find this विलायती कीकर, इसका इंग्लिश नाम साल भाई आपको बताएंगे, बड़ा खतरनाक सा है ना। वो विलायती कीकर की खासियत है, ये भी ना इट्स लाइक अनदर बंदर, ये जहाँ जाता है वो सारी दूसरी फ्लोरा और फाना को खत्म कर देता है। तो
पेड़ का भी नाम
होता है कीकर का इंग्लिश नाम, वो अनदर स्पीशीज, now so if you ever have time, you go to the Mangar side, you got a lot of wonderful bird sightings happening when today. But one lazy way of exploring this sanctuary is which is how you find the living animals here and our birds in their natural state. The government has created, in tie-up with the Bombay Natural History Society, they have created a small nature heritage walk, nature walk basically. In that around 2.5 kilometer long nature trail, they have brought in all those plants which invite birds and on which birds can feed on. So they created a situation where the birds, the lazy birds and those who want to be on the safer side, in that nature trail, they are available. And 60 varieties can be spotted, and you can document them if you want to have it. A lot of flowers and a lot of fruit-bearing plants have been planted in that conservation society. Bombay Natural History Society, which is one of the finest in India, working towards rehabilitation of natural habitats. They are curating that. It's a controlled environment, not real natural place, but in that controlled environment, they have done a good job of showcasing a small wonderland for us. So you can go someday there.
वो कहाँ पड़ेगा?
When you are coming, you करनी सिंह का जो शूटिंग रेंज है ना, उसी के पास में आपको राइट साइड में दिखेगा। तो बेसिकली
सैंक्चुरी वाला जो ग्रीन गेट,
तो जो ग्रीन ग्रेट है, जो दो तुगलक बेसिकली ऐसा टोल ना, उस तुगलकाबाद की जो राजाओं का ये हंटिंग ग्राउंड था। अभी उस जगह पे थोड़ा सा this is a natural place. So if 18,000 monkeys are coming, there is a destruction, there is an imbalance. You can see all these things here. Again, not very beautiful to look at, but that's how we wanted you guys to explore. But if you want to see the controlled environment, nature developing, scientists have decided if they want to invite certain kind of bird species, they'll plant certain kind of plants which have those fruits and flowers which the birds feed on. Those kind of experiments have been done by those ornithologists, and there you'll find a very nice green beautiful place. Around 150, they claim around 150 varieties of butterflies are found there. In this sanctuary, there are 35-40. We spotted 4-5 varieties. You will see some wonderful butterflies. So that is how this is a basic brief about this land. Incidentally, we'll talk about the historical perspective of this land at our next stop. This land is supposed to be one of the most ancient land in Delhi. We'll talk about that and how and the Bharadwaj connection with this lake Bharadwaj. At our next destination, we'll start from here.
This is the lake.
No. This is one of the pits. Basically, the mining guys, they used to create pits. So a lot of.
सर ये जो mining activity किसी ईयर में stop हुई थी सर?
ये they started 86, 87 में 96, 97 में इन्होंने शुरू किया है start करना. The last stop had come in around 2006 when Bhatti mines were stopped. Now one of the biggest challenge which is there is that we do not have fencing of this wildlife, because unless the fencing is done, you can't even bring in predators from outside this sanctuary, because they'll go and harm people outside. So government is trying to rehabilitate these people who are living inside this territory so that they can bring in a lot of predators, and then the balancing is.
सर जो mining होती थी वो भाटी माइंस एरिया में होती थी या इसी एरिया में?
माइनिंग तो बताया ना कि अराउंड 47 के आसपास जब हम आज़ाद हुए और नई नई बिल्डिंगें बननी शुरू हुई गवर्नमेंट की, जिसमें ड्यूरिंग द ब्रिटिश टाइम आल्सो द बिल्डिंग्स हैव बीन built up, like entire lutines have been built, but those guys had everything. There was a method. From here you have to bring this, here you have to bring this. But when we became free, we became too free, and that's how this stealing of government is started. So We'll start from here to our next destination.
आज मुझे नहीं देखना है, आज मुझे नहीं देखना, आज कासिम सर का डे।
So I'll be telling you a story at our final destination, where you'll find the mention of these kind of mounds.